Order, Neighborhood Improvement Committee. It's August 21st, 2024. The time is 8:35. I'll call the roll.
Felicia Salazar,
Present.
Helen Roldan,
Present.
Isabella Corzo,
Present.
Javier Ley Soto,
Present.
Jesus Mendoza, Juan Estrada, present. Rudy Llorero.
Present.
You have quorum?
Awesome. Thank you. We're gonna move on to item number 3, order of business, deferrals, additions, deletions. No?
No. Okay.
All right, seeing none, we're gonna go ahead and move on to number 4, public comments. Anyone from the public who would like to comment? Hey, good with me.
Yes.
Wanna go ahead? Yes?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, everyone. There was another pressing matter, but we already talked about that. It's fine. Just a reminder, school has begun again. Last Thursday, we started again with the battle. We're trying the best we can to expedite traffic. We even have another 2 officers at Bogram for now to try to get it all to flow. It's just a reminder, you know, a lot of people are complaining about the traffic, but you know, I guess in the summer they kind of forget that
Yeah.
it's gonna come, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Yeah.
Leave 15 minutes early.
Yeah.
That won't do it. Easier.
45.
Anything after 7:20 will be available.
I'll tell you, if I can comment real quick, is what I've seen is a lot of people have forgotten that there's been an increase in residents in the area.
Yes.
And that what they've forgotten, in my opinion, is that now traffic's more compressed. Because everybody's rushing to get to school now all together. So you have all of a sudden this big battle, because I'm telling you, like today, all summer long, you know, I've been working from home in the morning, leave a little bit later because it's been horrible in the morning. And like even leaving at 10 o'clock throughout the whole entire summer, traffic was horrible. Now 10 o'clock things are a lot lighter because everybody's moving all together early in the morning.
Right.
So I think that's where you're seeing a lot of.
Well, thank you for all you're doing.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thanks.
We try.
No, it's not easy. There's few people like me and drivers like me. Have to be easy.
Don't say that.
I'm a taxi
I'm
driver.
sure fine.
She really don't. Yeah. It's their friend. You know, it's about being honest and admitting weakness.
All right, so thank you. Moving on to item number 5, approval of minutes. The NIC regular meeting, minutes from June 17th.
I motion to approve one.
I second.
Motion by Hannah. Okay, any additional discussions? No, seeing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Against?
I'll abstain, I was present.
Okay. The ayes have it.
Aye.
Like, I think she might have said it, I missed it. All right. Moving on. Town staff updates.
No, most of my updates are related to the business items,
To the items, okay?
but I will mention, just because it's not there, I guess reminding you guys about the workshop for October. And I'll make sure to send you guys the registration link, they already sent it to me for the Rain Barrel.
Oh, awesome. Okay, awesome. What day is it?
I will send it to you. Sorry, my emails are closed.
Okay, no worries.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and thank you for the update. We're gonna go to item number 7A, ways to beautify under Palmetto Expressway. Mr. Estrada.
So I mean, we've done all our footwork on this side. We're on a holding pattern until they beautify that median.
So,
Yeah, you guys had agreed to keep this as part of your agenda, just so you wouldn't forget
Right.
about it.
and we're just, right, and that was the point, just make sure to see if there's anything new that could come up, is there anything? So everything's still
Still waiting.
They need to
All we need is a
finish it.
resolution, but that won't come until
Yeah.
they could evaluate it after the meeting is done.
Okay. All right, so we'll,
Pretty messy.
It's a process. Oh, the median? Yeah, the traffic right now, it looks neglected for sure. But the traffic box is wrapped, so it's all right.
all right. The next item is the Ada Perry Your Life Ring Initiative.
Yes, I know we haven't
Sorry.
seen each other in a while, so I just wanna make sure, and I have a copy here if you guys need it, and it's obviously public records. So I'm gonna reading this for you guys, sorry, but I'll pass this around. So you guys presented in April to have this item passed, and I just wanna make sure you guys are on the same page, because I think the contact was also a little confused. So just so you guys know next steps here. I know you guys identified the 10 where you would like to see them sponsored, so that information has been passed on to the Parks Department. And they're just checking like where in that area they would place those. And then I want to read the motion that was passed by council, so we're all aware. Councilmember Goyaso moved the item and directed staff to see if a program can be created for sponsorship opportunities for members of private HOAs and residents to sponsor these life rings throughout town in public and private areas. And that passed. So I just want to be clear because the contact was under the impression that, yes, it was approved, so we were gonna move forward with it. However, we got direction, yes, we can move forward, we're allowed to place them, but the funding wasn't given. Hence why it says create sponsorship package, pretty much. So I've been in contact with the vendor that does the signs, which the lady provided that information. So I asked them, hey, I need you to quote me on what it's gonna cost to install these and for all the materials and the labor, so that we can create a sponsorship package based on that cost. So they finally got back to me with a final price last week, so I am working on that package, and once it's ready, I will share with you guys. And then we can, we can go out and try to get sponsors for that. I also will mention that in that discussion with council, Councilmember Collazo did state that he would like to sponsor one of them at his lake, at the lake where he lives on. So, and then the cost in the sponsorship package is just gonna be the cost of materials and installation and labor for it, because the organization themselves provides the license. So we're just paying for the rest of it. And that's where we need to find that funding. But we are allowed to move forward once we have the funding secured.
Quick question for you. As part of that, is the sign that they're gonna create, are we able to maybe do an engraved sign? Cause I think it would be good, whoever the sponsor is, that we have it noted on each of those posts.
We can, the signs are, yeah, we can customize them based on what we ask for, so that's fine.
Okay.
And the signs people have already confirmed, so the same people putting up the signs would be doing everything.
Okay,
Which
and that
makes
cost
it
is all
a-
built in together
yeah.
with what we're getting.
Yeah. And just so you guys know what the cost is, it's $395
Per,
each?
per.
so it's
Not too bad.
times 10.
Yeah.
$1,000.
Yeah, she seemed a little concerned because I guess when she goes to other places, they kind of approve, and it means like they provide funding for it.
And that was, and to be quite honest with you, I'm a little disturbed on the response, and I'm personally gonna make phone calls tomorrow. Because every municipality has taken on this, and that honestly, I'm taking my words. For something like this, that we've delayed it to sponsorship for this little amount of dollars and the impact that can have in the community. I typically have a lot of words and I have a lot of things to say. And for me to be, I'm disappointed. I'm very disappointed. I was not aware of that motion. I thought it was approved. We're, taking a little longer, that, funds were being located. I understand, either be $5 or $100,000. They need to be found somewhere and, go through the right process. But it's embarrassing. It is embarrassing that every municipality that this lady has knocked on their door hasn't hesitated at all to move forward and expense this, and that we're putting out. I'm good. I will make phone calls. I don't know your guys' take on this, but we spend I don't even want to go down that path and be one of those residents that say we spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on 30 million events and our sidewalks are all damaged. I don't want to be individual, but read through the lines. I'll leave it to you guys, but I'll definitely start making some phone calls tomorrow because this is embarrassing. It really is, in my personal opinion.
I'm on board with like a letter from the committee, like something that we can all sign on.
100%.
Yeah,
That's fine.
okay, so motion. Who would write it?
The town attorney.
Town attorney. Is that something that, do we need to figure out language right now, or we can just like?
You guys can make a
motion
motion that you're gonna give, you know. I guess the items to
Assign it
one
to
of you
someone
guys
and then
and
send it
then,
to Isle and I can share
then
it
I
with
can
all of
just share it
us.
with you guys.
to? Okay,
Yeah.
I mean, on my end, all I would do is share with the town clerk's office and make sure that it goes to the mayor and council, but that's really it on my end.
yeah, and then separately, we can obviously like communicate with like. council
Right, what you
members.
guys do, what you guys are welcome to. But yeah, that's my update.
So
And that's,
prior, so you do the letter?
I
Patty?
can, I don't mind.
Okay, no, I'll tell
You have more
you.
to say, you have more to say on it though.
Oh,
so-
well, I was gonna tell you, just once you're done, share it, have it, bring it back to us. And a Word document, maybe we could redline it and then send it back to you, and then a final one. Yeah, if I write that letter, it'll probably be a 5-page.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
you
I
speak
think
rather
in
more
the
diplomatic.
minutes, it like outlined everything, because we really did think that they were funding that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I quick
Here's
question.
the minutes, so you guys have, and I'm happy to share with.
Yeah, because I was gonna ask what was, I don't know if you saw the discussion or what it was,
I
I didn't-
wasn't there. I mean, there's recordings of the meeting, so you guys are welcome
Yeah.
to go through it. I know I think it was, committee member, that went and did the presentation, because that's when NIC went up.
Right.
Mendoza.
Yeah, so you'll see it in there, it mentions that there was a conversation on it. But yeah, that was the motion and that was the direction system. So,
When is the next, our next committee presentation for the council?
I'll let you know.
But yeah, I guess I'll make a motion to, have NIC co-write a letter in support of getting funding for the Aiden Ferry Hero that brings.
By the town of Miami Lakes.
Yes,
Yes.
that they funded.
Yes. Initiative, I second.
Okay, any additional comments?
I think the motion needs to be that we'll have the letter is going to be drafted. We're approving a letter with that concept.
Yeah.
So that way we don't have to come back and we'll
Yeah,
just
and
revise it. So it's not that we have to reapprove it because we can't vote outside of the meeting.
Right,
And so that we're approving the letter.
okay, I amend my motion to say it. This. To make sure that we don't have to come back, so we'll email it to Isle, I'll email it to Isle.
I can share
Share with
that,
everyone.
and then whatever feedback they give me, I can share with you, and I guess you can put together
Okay.
the final one based on.
Okay, excellent,
And it'll be a letter requesting, what we just.
okay, awesome.
All right, any additional discussion? All right, seeing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Against? You guys have it? Thank you. Legal awareness. Item 7C. additional.
At the last meeting, I basically said that I had spoken to Fobia. And the consensus was that we needed to put together a memo. We would send it to the council for approval. Make that, so basically, I wrote something really quick to make it part of the memo, if you want to add something to it.
You want to read it really quick?
Oh.
Yeah, it's not already.
Memo to the council requesting on behalf of the neighborhood improvement committee. That a fertilizer ordinance be drafted with the assistance of the town attorney and be presented to the town council for their approval. And that said ordinance be part of the Miami Lakes zoning code and be implemented to protect all the lakes and waterways within the town.
Good to me?
Thank you. You can leave it. Or you can leave it in
So, what's it called, Coviera, he said that,
we need a memo first.
okay,
Then the council approves it, and then we meet with Coviera and he drafts the ordinance. steps. And then it has to be approved by the council.
Only 17 steps before it gets approved.
Right, right.
This is one of 17.
That's.
Actually, no, I think this is like third of 17.
So I think the only thing that I kind of, if we're gonna do this, I think it would be nice to get specific with, making sure that the town is, I don't
It's
know,
just a memo.
auditing or
It's not
something.
the memo, it's the ordinance, we will read it and we go over it but this is just a memo.
Well,
Saying that we want-
I think where Helen's kind of going into is, I think, what is it that we need, what is the council's gonna need in their memo? Obviously, just telling, hey, look, we want this type of ordinance, and I'm assuming they probably would want more guidance from us. In respect to, hey, look, these are the key things that we need to make sure this ordinance covers. Fertilizer types, what can and can't be used, I think a little bit more detail, so that's why I don't.
What the ordinance, yeah. Didn't Kubiel already told us this is what he was looking for? Yeah, I think
That's
this,
all he needs?
yeah, that's it,
Oh,
yeah.
so
To go to the next step, it's
Initiate.
more, yeah.
Is that, so do we have to go to the next commission meeting or council meeting? Like what do we need to do for next steps after this is submitted?
I guess we can either
Send them a letter.
request the council, or like a request to the council. It doesn't have to be in our regular committee, what is it that we do, the
Forty council.
quarterly report to council. We can, it's gonna be, it's not gonna be done right away, as you know. But the idea is for them, it's better to do it after the elections, because we're gonna have a new council. So if we do it now, yeah, the old council would approve it, but then the new council may have some.
I wouldn't think like
objections,
that.
Change it or whatever, but I think the basic is to have them make them aware that we want to. And we can show them I don't have a copy of them, I look for all over the house, but there's one for the city of Miami and one for the city of Tampa. And they may even add it to the existing code. So, but I think it should be standalone, the same way that I think Judge did one for the trees. So this will be our lake protection, or then it goes into detail of the monophosphorus, the inspections, all this kind of stuff, but that's part of the next step. So,
Okay, so you want a motion just so we can, I don't mind sending it out now regardless, so we can get the ball rolling. If the new council, whoever members come in, they're not okay with it, then we go back to the drawing board. But I'd say we don't waste any more time and get that going. So you want a motion to send it?
We'll real quick on that, just right before we do that motion, is when would how soon after the election do the new council members take?
My understanding is either
Maybe right after, okay, I didn't know.
yeah, they don't wait till.
They're not the January like the other constitutional.
The only thing that's on election at this time is mayor, right? Because the other two are.
No.
No,
I think there's
The
two-
seat that
one-
Mario's running
Yeah,
for,
they're
there's.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's three.
For-
Yeah, there's 3 people running in that
Somebody-
one.
Okay,
It's
so
mayor
those
and that.
two, okay.
The mayor and I don't know what seat it is.
But just so you guys know, because I think this pertains to either going back for the Aiden Perry thing or for the lake stuff. You guys are scheduled to go to council, for the October 8th meeting. So the deadline, so that means you guys would bring the report
September.
here by September, yeah.
Okay,
So your next
It's at
meeting,
8?
That would be part of the initiative. then.
yeah, so I guess if you want to do it just in one report, I would include Felicia's item on there for next month's meeting. That you guys,
It's their mind is.
what Felicia's.
So in that case, then at the next board meeting, we can finalize that letter, right? And then add it to the report.
I'm good with that.
Let me make
Yeah,
sure.
we can be a little bit more dramatic in person.
Oh, we can be dramatic.
I would make the suggestion, because I think it happens with committees that they go up and they think that, because they present, it kind of just goes, so just to be very clear, I would listen to what the reception is right there and then, and just be clear about what you're requesting. And what you would like to see motioned. I think that's the key word there with anything.
Like come with the motion prepared that we're looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
If anybody, what you were talking about with examples, just, I just looked up on Unicode real quick, the city of Miami's, theirs is under section 22.5.
I have a copy, just I can find it. And I know
Have a
I
lot of
will
things,
send it
from
to
time
us.
of fertilizer, free
I know,
zone,
what's the-
contact
what's the-
application rate.
The title of the ordinance?
But it's just like you say,
Florida
How do you
friendly
enforce that?
fertilizer
How do
use
you-
on urban land.
audit it.
Oh, that's gonna be. Guess someone knows children.
Well, that's the main article. And then they have all their little subcategories, yes.
Does it say how they enforce it?
Well, I'm
No,
sure
they
it's
do,
in
they
here.
do have.
It's
the
pretty
whole ordinance
extensive.
explains,
Yeah, but unless you catch somebody red-handed, I mean, how do you really catch them?
it is written in the ordinance.
Okay.
It's a lengthy, document.
I think I read it, it's just neighbors with binoculars.
Yeah, that's.
That is-
And they're like, yep, there it is. This is code enforcement, I got one for you.
Yeah, but you have to leave your name and number.
Right.
The court is, they don't even.
Yeah.
It's not anonymous anymore.
No, we're not.
I'll share the link. I'm trying to make sure I have it on my calendar. Is it my calendar, right? Yes.
Yeah, it seems.
I literally don't like, I'm just like, doing a calendar. Like, it's not on the calendar in our meeting.
Yeah, I put it on
What time should we be there for commission, council meeting?
6 p.m.
6 p.m.
Yeah, typically you don't get seen until like 9, but yeah,
Yeah.
10.
been there, done that.
In a second.
So they're working on this, okay?
Yeah.
And I have it for them.
If that's all you
Go ahead
need,
and, yeah, just go ahead and motion
Very
to,
simple.
to submit it to,
you have to make one.
I'm the one who makes the motion. Okay, I'd like to make a motion to, prepare the memo to council regarding the, the
Fertilizer
fertilizer ordinance, it will be worded accordingly, but, this is the nature of that, so basically is to, make a motion to prepare a memo to the council for this one.
Isn't this a memo?
That's basically the, the
Yeah.
body of the memo.
Got it. So you make a motion to send the presented memo to this council
I second. your motion.
or is it approval or consideration?
Well, after consideration is the right word because they have to approve the ordinance when it's drafted.
Right, okay. Consideration. Got it. Who's second?
I do. Mr. Tolbert. I'll go.
You don't want to make it.
Look,
Yeah, I know.
Look, man,
I'm enjoying it.
Like, oh my gosh.
I didn't stop you, I didn't stop you. You see, I didn't stop
I'm
you.
enjoying every bit of it.
I'm like, oh my God, just take notes just in case it's coming to you.
No, fine.
Negative.
All right,
I should hear you.
all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Against, the ayes have it, motion passes. Beautification of remaining electrical boxes. Do you have anything?
Yeah,
Because
so
Mario,
The funding on this was approved. I think I explained to you guys that we were waiting on that, so funding for this was approved, we already, the contract with the artist was already signed, so this is an emotion. We're just waiting on the dimensions from, I believe, the county, because they're the county boxes, so they have to give us the dimensions, so the artist can proceed with signing the art.
This is the same artist, right? That we did.
No,
This is
no.
different.
That artist
The
has
artist-
said that they don't, that she doesn't feel comfortable doing the patriotic.
Oh, got
Yeah,
it.
she does a lot of
Got it.
landscaping.
Got it.
So do we know who the artist is?
I will send you the artist name. Yeah, I'll send you guys the artist name.
Are they gonna submit artwork or they already picked the art?
I'm sure they already did.
The artwork is based on the themes that were provided.
But she,
On
but the person
veterans,
is working on the.
yeah, the artist is the one going based off the theme.
Okay.
Okay, so.
So we're gonna put in whatever they design.
Well, I'm sure, given that it's appropriate and it meets the
It
theme.
blends with the environment, that's the key. I think one is gonna be right across the one that we have by the Elevate Church. And it has to, I know it's patriotic, but I think it should.
I will tell you, I've seen these things more and more.
Everyone.
And I mean, now I'm seeing like people's pictures on them, like portraits of people. So yeah, they're getting very, very,
You know,
I don't think I like them.
They're-
Very standout.
Yeah, they are, okay.
Yeah. We don't
Alright,
want them to be.
moving on.
Yeah, I feel like that
Waste-
is out of our control now.
Yeah.
Ways to connect with the community. So I know that we talked about that, and I'll probably go into the next one, which is the HOA annual meeting. We talked about it, that we were gonna come up, keynote speaker, that kind of stuff. We basically, we need to try to, engage with them and find out, what do you guys want us to work on? Because, I mean, honestly, if you ask me, we're good. I mean, I drive around, I don't see major issues. Me personally, I don't have anything really to report or come up, so it's good to avoid, so people maybe that ask around, hey, is there anything that may be affecting your neighborhood? That necessarily not, you live on the west side and may not necessarily be affecting the east side, and we should look into it. So I'm open for ideas or suggestion. I don't know if we can do some kind of survey that the town can send. A 3-line kind of thing, like, what should we, basically, which, in your opinion, what should we look to improve, right? I don't want to go into the area that the roofs are dirty, or, what can we improve?
Yeah, no, I hear what you're saying. It's funny, like you say that, and I'm like, lately, I've been seeing so much more trash in like my area. So I'm by like the Goldman neighborhood.
Okay,
So like the roads, I've just been seeing like sidewalks are the worst I've ever seen, like since living like in that side of town. There's been like a lack of like upkeep, I feel. So it just, yeah, it's funny that like I'm seeing like the opposite. Like I'm like, where did this come from? I've never seen this like growing up in this side of town. But I agree. I know the town sent out like a mail survey like a few years ago, right? I don't know if that had a question on like big issues, but maybe it would be good to,
that's a good idea. I think we did put something out there.
yeah.
Will you have access to that?
I'll find out. I know there was something sent out. I don't know what it was specific to, but I can
Yeah.
see if we have the results to share.
I don't know if it's like too old of data now, but I like the idea of the survey.
Right, well, at least maybe we can have some
How can we? improve
starting
your
point.
I know
Area or what?
Maybe we don't even go like, I'm sorry,
No, you just, I guess to know, I know that when it comes to surveys, because other committees have proposed it's a different thing.
Right.
Something to be aware of is the pricing. Like, if you really wanna get a real, data survey, like, it's gonna cost a lot of money, and I think that that's what's stopped it from happening
Mhm.
before. So we did one, recently of events, but it doesn't capture everybody, if you're not gonna get it. So it's just
How much
something
are
to
we
be
looking
aware of.
at, just having?
I don't know, but I know it's expensive. I think that may have been the one that they did in the past.
Sorry.
1,000?
Yeah.
So,
Statistically, like accurate, yeah.
Well, that was out.
So you can put out an email, if it's not.
An email
statistically
blast,
accurate,
right,
you
right,
can put,
right.
like, newsletter or emails for questions, or even on social media, you do a question post, and then it's like, whoever's running social media, just tell us what you thought. We're looking for
Those
ideas.
type of things, if you're getting, you have to be careful with like the social media aspect of it, because you're
You're getting extremes.
well, it's not even extremes, is that you're not even going to, you're not even sure if you're getting even people from the community,
Right.
because there's a lot of trolls, a lot of people just going to post and they'll dump into those things. And then all of a sudden it just skews exactly what you're doing. That's one of the challenges with that aspect of it. I'm not saying not to
Yeah,
do the
yeah,
survey.
Right. No, but it makes sense. I didn't have an idea. It was like 20, 30.
But you have like Rudy that doesn't have social media, and he wouldn't be able to.
Bro.
You're right. Thank you for the reminder. I'll be sure I'll find somebody that's not gonna vote and say, put it in there for me.
No, that's the issue, that you're not able to reach everybody, and if you really wanna get an idea, you wanna reach
Because everybody knows a lot of people, you just send emails, that's how I do my event blast. I send-
Well, I think let's just get a quote and let's see.
Of
Like,
course.
I don't,
I'm
No.
gonna ask the communications team too, because
What
that
the
falls
process
within the
they have.
strategy and I
Yeah,
don't know how they
options
do
I like.
that.
yeah, because
like-
I don't think it has to be statistically accurate or anything,
Yeah,
but just getting
no.
something very general
Right.
that we could send out to the folks. Even if it's something like, maybe we can even get the Miami Laker to try to run something, because they get out to people.
They do.
They'll be
I
happy
got
to
people
do it.
writing
Talk
them.
to Linda.
Put a little QR code in there.
Who can I put as like, I guess, the person sharing this from you guys, just in case there's any questions
You can put myself
with you?
from town staff?
No, for the committee.
Who's
Like,
on the-
in terms of like, if I need
If
to.
people
Oh,
have
that's
questions on that issue, that's his item.
Okay.
I really like the idea of like a QR code in the Laker.
Makes
That,
sense.
Right.
if we come up with a survey and have people go there, I don't care if 10 people respond, that's 10 people. that's
No, but it
like,
would be
we
good.
gotta-
Linda will probably be able to draft up sometime, you know, she probably could talk to Rudy and just put an article together and say, hey, look, you know, they're looking for responses. And she
Yeah,
put it in there.
we, have we ever thought about doing like an op-ed in the Miami Laker? We could.
No,
No.
not
Not 20,000.
No, not bad. They just give us a section of the art, they just give us a section of the newspaper and they just put it, add us in.
We love you.
I think it'd be great.
Call me later.
Press release and just send it to her.
I totally will write a draft and bring it back to me.
Yeah.
That's a great idea. I'll put a little column there and say, hey, this is
The
what we're
Nick
doing.
Nick Corner.
Corner, I love that.
Oh my God, yeah. Okay, okay,
I can
I'm
do
done
a-
for the day.
a little-
okay.
A month.
We need you here all night.
Years ago, we had one that was for the environment and, it was called, something tips about what to do, you know, don't put gas in your car when it's very hot, or, you know, it's like earth tips or something like that. And we did
Look,
that.
this, if you have that type of idea, and I'm sure you sell it to, I'm sure Linda will be like, hey, look, she'll give us a little column, which she'll tell you how many words. And we could talk about all these little initiatives we have, and we can
Yeah.
just have it every single issue or once a month or whenever she wants. We can
And
have a little provision.
not only of that, you know what I'm thinking? Maybe we can switch each month and have a different committee provide their copy, because honestly, I mean, we're not gonna have enough to really like, you know, people to drive and say, oh yeah, let me go read that little, you know, corner. But I'd say if, you know, instead of, you know, town committees, whatever, something along that, in every committee, because we have a lot of committees.
Yeah.
I think every morning, every month, a different, I don't know, something, I think, so that way it'll be different information every month. And by the time that it's our turn again, then we'll have some good new update information.
Yeah, good time.
Because one time we had that for the earth tips, we used to call it earth tips, and then we had one with the calendar of events.
Right?
So ask her what she would.
Linda, I don't, can you send me Linda's information?
Linda can chat.
Are we doing? Are there still tickets for this? I think so.
Yeah, I got tickets.
I just got that with the crowd.
Did you end up buying them?
Yeah.
Because now.
May, where is it? May- oh,
You're
yeah.
using mine for- Before it was just
We know
paper.
people.
Now it's- and we don't-
What's the mayor's gala?
October 18. We were gonna ask you all if anyone.
You had one?
They don't wanted to like us.
Oh, I stand up.
28th, September 28th.
So September 28th?
Yeah, there's only like 40 tickets left, less than 40.
Oh, wow.
From what I saw today, I don't know how I did, but it's.
They don't have a table, but you-
Oh, if anyone has extra tickets from their sponsorship, so just give them to us. I forgot we put it today.
Oh, September. Oh, like, I just looked, I swapped the month and I looked at November, I said, wait, no, that's Thanksgiving.
Wrong September.
Yes,
Okay, we gotta
September.
do the.
Alright. So,
Alright,
yeah, so
fine.
just, I guess, Rudy will be that point of contact.
Yeah,
Alright.
just in case I have any feedback or any questions
Yes,
related to that,
send them my way.
and I sent you the contact information.
Thank you.
Yeah, reach out to Linda. She's really nice.
All right, next
Thank you.
item. Yes, good. Next item is 7F, Patriot Honor Meeting. Last meeting we talked about, we tabled it, you know. Keynote speaker, you know, what do we got? What are we gonna, what good
We know who
Go
we
on.
want. We know who we want.
talk, I'm not bringing it.
We know who we want. We want Ron McGill. I mean, that's who I want. I love him. I want him.
He's
on
gonna
the
come back
parade.
again?
I think so. You know, I think so. Why not?
Were you here when?
You know, I wasn't.
Oh,
Oh, no, he was good.
Incredible. He packed the house. We've never had an attendance like that. Okay, are there any plan Bs or Cs though?
Yeah.
So the purpose of this is like, the HOA meetings have not been working for us for the last few years. We haven't been getting like people turnout. So the idea is that we'll have like one big meeting instead of like 4 smaller
Right.
meetings. To bring in more people and actually like get use for the HOAs. I'm not in an HOA, so I don't really know what
So,
gets talked about,
Right.
but
So I'll tell you, so, yeah, I'm not gonna tell you about that. So I think the one good thing, and it did great for us, will be legal. Definitely, I think we should bring legal. There's a lot of changes in the statute when it comes to HOAs and condos. There's a lot going on there with different type of reserves that they need to, be generating. So I think definitely a legal firm, and I know we had one here from the town that came last time, and she did awesome. So that will be one, one topic, because I think we can definitely tag, I would say maybe we'd set 3 topics within that meeting. So how do you feel about legal?
Legislative update.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
that's
that's
what we should invite him back.
and that's a hot topic, I'll tell you this, because
Yeah.
my office will get a
It's
lot of
actually a
calls
great
for
idea.
HOA plans.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
trust
you
me.
could have, I think, Tom Fabricio was one of the, what did he?
No,
also ask?
Ahmed's insurance,
Insurance.
it was, Forest.
Okay.
Forest was the one who
Forest
submitted the bill for the HOAs.
But here's the thing, I think it's, we can invite multiple, right? But for us, this thing is more like HOAs, but not what's happening with the reserves in the condo. Is here?
Well, no,
He's down in Kendall.
for that, it'll be legal. We can definitely have a legal firm come out.
I'm talking about from just the legislative.
Oh, legislative
Well, that's
will
what
be
they're
somebody-
talking about, legislative.
Oh, got it.
Yeah, Fabricio's property insurance, that's his big thing, and he's.
But I was just trying to think who did the bills. I can't remember. Was it
Vicky
AMR?
Lopez.
Vicky.
Vicky's big on that, if we wanna talk like condos and what's happening.
Oh,
with-
she's the girl.
He's the condo queen,
Yeah.
and we should invite her. For us, is more like HOA
He's the one-
governance and
Yeah.
the fraud that happened in Kendall, that was a big bill.
Mhm.
And then Fabricio's like property insurance.
Well,
that's-
definitely we can bring him because that was my next topic. It was insurance.
Okay,
Because insurance is definitely
so,
driving,
so why don't we do this? We could do a legislative update panel.
okay?
And invite and craft questions to do the overarching theme. And kind of cover those.
Yep.
Those
Yep.
items.
Yep.
We could do
Legal,
that.
insurance,
Yeah.
Yeah, we already had the CEO of Citizens, who was here, who was fully
Yeah.
attended, but he was at 6 o'clock and so forth. And then we had the commissioner of insurance. So we had 2 big people here that, represent our issue, invited. And it was very interesting, actually, I'm trying to get updates on the latest, because I think Citizen is requesting rates increases and trying to control that.
Yeah.
so if we do it that way, then instead of bringing, what we could do is at least invite 2 legal firms, right? They can come out and they'll set up a little table.
Yeah.
We can do the same thing with insurance companies, right? We can bring them on, and that way, any other questions, whatever it is, and they can reach out to them. What else?
I think like we needed that like exciting factor, so I mean, obviously. But.
Hey, your internet is going on, but you're catching water, just hit it with a machete.
So one of my friends is on the board of the Zoo Foundation, so he can have that contact, but I know they're gonna ask is what exactly do we want him to cover? So we need to have that narrowly in focus, so if you tell me that, I can reach out to my friend. And I'm sure he'll ask Ron if,
Okay.
but the first question he's gonna ask me is like, what is it that you want him to talk about? Cause he's not gonna go to him and just say, they just want to show you.
Either.
Helen wants to talk to you.
What did you talk about?
How do you
with
kill a python?
nuisance animals, we talked about like the wildlife that we have here, like foxes, coyotes, whatever, what else did you talk about? Then people had questions about like their dogs and stuff, like.
And peacocks are other communities.
Yeah. Yeah. They're bad, but I love them. So it was like really educational, so it was like more about like that side of things, so like wildlife, local, what else? Anything else?
Pretty much it.
More
Who's
towards
other,
the
like,
environmental thing.
Miami mini celebrity. Kava just won. I don't know. Can make an
What
ask.
is she gonna talk about?
She
Well,
should
she has
talk
her
more
new
about this
budget.
area, so I don't know. She needs
She has her
talk
new
budget. I think that's her talking point right now. How does that?
I can reach out to the
impact
liaison, to Annabelle Urrea, which I spoke to the other day. I can ask her, we can-
Did we ever pick the date?
I think we did. I think
No.
we did.
No.
We did not.
No, I,
Oh, we did. I thought it was like January, February. I feel like we did.
She already had her calendar when Ron McGill was there.
I don't know, the last minute say item was tabled.
I feel like we
I think
talked
it was
about
the
it
ones
once
before.
yeah, it was like 2 or 3 meetings.
Yeah, first.
We can
first
look back.
have to-
And the reason is because, yeah, I definitely gotta look at the
Who
notes.
we're gonna bring and if
Because
we
if
have-
we're gonna do something like this, we gotta brew it up.
I agree. We need
Yeah,
to-
I can't
We
have-
have time,
Huh?
and we have time to
Yeah,
promote it.
right.
That's what I'm saying. We need to know the date because if we're gonna invite people of this caliber, I'm not gonna show up here.
Keep in mind,
three
when does
The
session start?
minutes, the
March.
minutes don't
March,
show
okay,
a
so it's a
date.
little later, so.
Yeah, and committee week start end of.
End of January.
Yeah.
We just gotta keep that in mind if we're gonna be getting legislators, we
Yeah.
gotta make sure. we
We'll
get-
start the section.
It should be November, if not, we're gonna lose them.
Yeah.
Post-election, like right after election, losers buzz.
So 1 month then,
I would say after elections, like
I say January.
January or
December,
February.
everybody's.
January, mid-January.
You gotta check their schedule.
No, the problem is the legislators meet.
Before the session starts, they have committee meetings.
I know, and I know the dates, so, and,
So it has to be after all that,
yeah,
and after the holidays.
yeah,
So worst case scenario, February meeting.
No.
no, January.
But but she says they start committee meeting at the end of January, so you have to have it
Oh, at the end
in those
of
first 2 to 3 weeks of January.
Yeah, I would say the 3rd week probably.
Well, our meeting is,
I
We
can
do it
find
in
out
the same-
exactly when. I mean, they still haven't sent a memo with the exact dates of the committees. So.
January
it's just-
15th.
It's just tentative.
I know it's tentative, but like I'm almost sure that the House and the Senate are gonna have different committee weeks, and that's what's gonna throw
Right.
a wrench on.
so let's put a tentative January 15th,
Okay, okay.
which is the same day as our,
Let Ron know.
Yeah, and that gives us enough time to.
Oh, for
pivot,
sure.
Right, because, Vicky's up for reelection.
I think it's a biggest monster.
Wait,
Oh, we calling him too?
are there any other local celebrities, like I get excited about all this, but I'm not your average, like, Miami Laker.
Oh, we could, but the only problem is, it has to do also with like,
The
kind of
top
topic,
state,
yeah.
yeah, or it's a keynote lunch speaker and it doesn't have to be Trump related. Lopez and Flores, what do you think?
About what, having him? or-
No, like anyone
Another
else we
person.
can invite,
Well, that's
that
around
might
here
be-
locally.
or that people would care to go see, speak. I feel like we're kind of a disengaged community, we're so like when you think about like the whole county, the county as a whole, we're so removed.
One word removed, but the thing is that you just have, it depends on the topic that you wanna talk
Yeah.
about, that's really what it gets down to, and like, I didn't have to look into, I've just been, you have to find out who's the one that's on the circuit
Yeah.
right now, I guess you could talk about, that's the topic.
Yeah,
thing
it
that they're
depends
talking
on the topic, right? Cause I think like going kind of crazy, like Gloria Stefan does a ton of work on like sexual assault. So like I know she's running the circuit in Miami for that, right? Environmental stuff as
You know
well.
what? Now that you said that, one hot topic that's happening is the adoption.
Human
Like,
trafficking.
yeah,
We
with
can
kids and stuff like that.
We had, some that did a great
I can call
presentation
it.
on that.
Hmm?
It's a stern attorney.
We should.
Maybe it's a-
That's the attorney, what's her name, Rondo.
Thank God can do it.
I have her.
Oh, the
So
women's fund.
the women's
I
fund,
can reach out to them.
but we're gonna do human trafficking. for the city.
Yeah, she would go.
Yeah.
We just have to get our calendar and just find out.
You can contact Rondo.
Okay, so we got our 3
I'll
topics,
call her.
plus if Ron can make it.
Wait, we have 3 topics on have legal insurance.
Legal insurance and human trafficking.
Is that something for the
Well,
panel? I
safety,
thought
you
that
can
was
call it
just, you know,
safety or
No,
something.
no,
it's a
well,
separate topic.
yeah, it's a
Okay.
separate one, right,
You can call it
That'll be the
safety.
closing.
correct.
Oh,
I don't know
and
what
then
that topic is, but.
it's something
Safety is a good one.
animal, I guess.
Oh, boy.
All right, so we got our
If
dates.
you wanna have a co-panel with KFR and.
I would watch that in a heartbeat, but.
Little
Some
tiny
say
little
how you
KFR
feel,
fighting
like,
CPUs
some- If
from-
it is Ron, has to be the one to introduce Ron.
Oh my god.
Normally it's you, but now.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I have no problem with
Dancer.
Helen introducing. I have no problem with Helen introducing her. And have her hold an animal in her hand as she's introducing it.
She has to have a picture of that. Let me hold the crop of that.
All right, good. So we got a date. And
Rudy.
yes. Yes, sir.
I have a contact with Department of Agriculture and with the state attorney's office that they both do talks. I had a lady from the Department of Agriculture come out and talk to like the elderly affairs at one of the bingos, and she spoke a little about like elderly crimes.
Right.
But they both have great presentations for
Who is it from the state?
Human trafficking?
for human trafficking.
Elderly
Angie.
crimes, that makes me so sad.
Angie?
That's important.
Send it
She's
to-
from the
send-
communications office, right?
From,
So is she the communications officer? over there?
yeah,
Send it to Io, so that way we can, yeah, the more the merrier.
yeah, they both do.
Okay. Good, good job,
I'm just
guys.
securing the date for the meeting.
Yes.
Instead of the meeting, it's the.
HOA,
30th.
Yes, well,
Annually.
well,
I
typically,
mean,
typically what we do is we'll meet that day a little earlier, just probably about 30 minutes before. So we'll do, in this case, we'll probably do like 6:30 meeting and then 7 PM the
I just
HOA.
have to make sure that.
That is
time
available.
available.
We,
30 to 7 for your meeting,
6:30, right,
and then 7 PM start the.
the HOA.
Yeah, and you let me, once you confirm that, you can let me know and I'll call the state attorney and I'll talk to her about it.
You do it in the chambers.
Yeah, either she'll appear or she'll have someone from her office.
Right.
Well, I'm sorry, it's 7 PM to what time?
And no, NIC meeting
Right,
will be at
right.
6:30 and then 7, we don't have it at time.
Yeah,
7 is a good time because.
7 and
just
stop talking too long.
I mean, we'll do a little timeline ourselves, you know,
Yeah.
kind of.
Like an agenda or. Okay,
Yeah.
So January 15th.
yes.
so once we have that, I can help secure the legislative update, and I'm sure
Yeah.
we can help too, Felicia.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, all we gotta go just get the confirmation from,
Yeah.
which should be good because we're way ahead. of schedule. So
Yeah,
very good.
go us.
Yay.
Hopefully we'll be able to get like some feedback on like what people want too before then.
Well, to be quite honest with you, that topic and another one that I'm gonna make myself a no is to have here research studies companies and engineer firms. Okay, so they can have a table because a lot of the engineering firms are the ones doing the research study. So
Really?
Yeah.
Well, and
it's a structural one.
were we gonna do some landscaping companies too? We had talked about that at some point. We had talked about like trying to educate landscapers.
Right.
Well, that could be tied with the ordinance about the fertilizer.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's Should why
have a
we
table.
we should, we need attendance. We need attendance.
All right, so we're good with that, guys. So moving on to the next one, it's item 7G. Legal dumping by Northwest 92nd Avenue. I know that was Mario. Did he mention anything, Kyle?
No, I don't know anything about
No.
that one.
All right, let's table that. I reached out to him, but I couldn't get a hold of him. So I'll call him again. Let's table that item. The next one is item 7H, green space near Northwest 87th. That's also him.
Well, this, I mean, all I can tell you about this,
Right
is,
now,
there
Okay.
was no motions made for you, from you guys on this. But what you guys just wanted to know, I guess as a starting point, is who identify who owns it. So the town does maintain that area, however, it's not our land to develop without requesting it from FDOT. So that's, I guess, your starting point.
And that's the green space?
Yeah, H.
Alicia, what do you think? Is that right along your,
What,
And you
The
said
green
it's
space?
county?
Yeah, that's that.
It's Alpha.
The state.
Yeah.
I think maybe
We just
just ask
maintain-
Mario exactly what he wanted, was kind of, he wanted to develop and put something in there.
Oh.
So
he
we
wanted-
maintain that we
I
remove the
remember,
dumping?
He wanted to make it.
When
like
he-
a
Well, this
park.
is, I think these are two different.
Oh, mini park?
I think the
Yeah.
owner was
Yeah.
going. to
Wait, which one are you
donate the
talking
land.
about? Oh, you're talking about the green space, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure, I'm remembering things, it was a land that wanted to be donated, and, he was proposing, like, some kind of mini park.
Yeah, he was proposing a pocket park. So that was the confirmation is, it's not our land without, like, we would have to
But it's
request
gonna-
it from
the land's
FDOT.
gonna be donated.
Okay, you wanna go ahead and just speak to him, see how far he got or what kind
Yeah.
of information?
That's,
All
I
right,
mean,
so I'll put it on,
I just don't want you guys, I feel like the next step would be something else because that is the final information. That we.
No, but what I'm
because that
saying
was
is-
an email thread.
Right, but what I'm saying is, is that a possibility? You know, where do we go from here? I mean, I don't wanna just,
Is it a possibility to request the land? Is the
Right.
question?
Yeah.
Is the next question.
what, to request the land?
It's
That's what I'm, that's the confirmation.
Oh, but I thought it was
from
gonna be given
No,
to us.
No.
Private.
No,
I mean,
this is this is the response from staff, that we do maintain it. However, it's not our land to develop without
FDOT owns
requesting it.
Got it,
Correct.
okay, so
Yeah,
then the
that's
question would be,
final,
so the- got it. Okay, and then the question, I guess, will be
I
if
guess
we
the
can
question is
develop.
if the town wants to take,
And
Got it,
can and wants, which I guess is a decision to be made by
right,
mayor council.
okay,
Do you guys want to maybe add that as part of your?
sure.
Yeah, your committee report schedule?
So, are we reaching out to FDOT or not? No.
No, they would.
Okay.
Because if council's interested, I guess they would just have staff with, hey, look into what it would
Right.
cost or what we need to do to. take
So
over.
will you be able to get back to us on that if they're interested or not, so we don't,
Well, like the staff isn't gonna be tasked to do that unless it's something council even wants to, move forward with or look into.
okay, so then.
Mayor. So that's what I'm saying. I think the best thing is to present the
I get it.
idea to council. And
Makes
because I think the idea is that you wanted to do a pocket park or something.
Okay.
And I'll
So
send you the
please,
last email just so you have it.
Look a little, look, no, just a little letter,
Huh?
and bring it
This is
back at the
the
next meeting
Yeah,
too,
so
so we
I
can
don't know
approve.
if it's the one in the east or the west, but there's
Yeah.
two of them.
Asking them
When you
if
finish
that's something that they want.
one when you finish.
Si le quieres hacer un dibujito ahí, design a little pocket park, That
Uh,
agree to
yeah,
work.
maybe-
It's two, one across the street from each other.
Alright. Next item
Yeah,
is 8,
I thought it was
Eight.
this.
new business. Vote to fill the secretary position. Would you like to nominate?
I nominate Isabella.
Second it.
You accept Isabel?
You-
So.
Speech, perfect.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Any other?
That's it.
Any other nominations for secretary? No? Seeing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Against? The ayes have it. Welcome back.
Like, sí, bajo, we don't leave again.
Awesome. All right, announcements. I'm gonna add to the next agenda for September, the bike rides. We're right around that time. Again. So that way we can start choosing, I know we cut it down. So it was
Every other,
3 or every other month, so.
yeah, I think we did 4.
So. Okay,
So,
so probably gonna be 3,
Yeah, because I think we did
Yeah.
November.
And maybe even two. If the price increases.
right? It was November,
No, we didn't do November, we did December.
December.
We did the Christmas one. We did
And then
December,
Mardi Gras.
February,
and April.
and April.
yeah,
Yes, it went through.
Okay.
You still have it?
I mean, that was. I
So
bought
it'll be
it.
December, February, and April. So I'll bring that.
If we can get a cost
No March?
to make sure that the costs haven't changed.
Right, no,
I'll find
Because
out what.
that'll really
invoices-
drive what we can do.
So December, February, and April.
yes.
We can do April Fool.
Not sure.
And then the other announcement is I went ahead and forwarded to Al, and I will send it to you guys, a communication from the town's clerk. And basically is 4 applications for our committee. I believe is from Ray Garcia, right? Yes. From Ray Garcia. So if you can please take a look at them. Just provide your feedback to Al, so she can pass it on to,
We need to make sure that person qualifies.
right, to Victoria. And that way we can get some new members, for our next meeting. I know we have somebody, that came in, Canito, but I'm not gonna say anything.
Are we only from the floor only having one member join?
Well, that was a question I had for Io.
You guys have,
Where's the paper?
you guys have
Yeah,
7 spots that are open.
Right.
Wow. So you
so
can,
many.
if you want them all.
Actually, that's the most I've ever had.
Yeah, open, right? Like,
Open, yes.
that's out.
Yep.
Wow.
And again, this is just your feedback, because some council members will just
We
can
just,
go ahead and just appoint, but they want to get you guys involved in what you think.
so Ray, it's missing one.
Yeah.
Okay,
Keep in mind that there's your friend, right?
For more than 9.
So there's some council member Dieguez is already interested in appointing him.
okay,
They were just pending the meeting requirement.
okay,
So as of right
Okay.
now, as long as he's interested, he's gonna be appointed.
check.
But so then that leaves you with 6.
So let me ask you a question. So these individuals, they're not necessarily just Rays. So that means,
They're not, no, it's just, so anytime there's an application on file, it's forwarded over to the council members that have an opening.
got it.
So,
So they can consider.
yeah, so they can consider whoever they want to
Got
consider.
I think that's what I did.
But it sounds like Councilmember Garcia said, okay, like I'm ready to appoint someone.
And then they send, these are the ones, right?
These are the
Okay.
ones all on file.
So what I'll
But
do
the
is,
other ones, if you guys want to reach out to the other council members, saying, hey, appoint this.
that's
person,
exactly
they
what,
can
that's
just-
exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna call, all the ones that are missing and just to see, hey, what's going on? We're,
Oh, because you have it here.
yeah, I have it. Yeah,
If
we're
any of you
hurting.
guys want copies, these are
Yeah.
the ones. Can email it to you.
We're hurting. All right, and the last announcement I have. I get it, guys, we are super duper busy. I can definitely get on that race with anyone here. I probably won't beat you, but I'll give you a run for your money, meaning that I understand that we're all super busy. We're working on a lot of things, projects, weddings to come, all that good stuff. The only thing I ask, please, and I've always requested that, it's just reply to the email. Look, if we can't make one, we can't make one. It is what it is. I understand that. But all I ask is just that when I does send a request, just please make the 30 seconds time, just reply, say yes or no. If we don't have it, we don't have it, guys. Again, this is volunteer work and I understand. We all sit in many committees, we're involved with a lot of things, including in addition to our personal lives. But the only thing that I ask is that, so that way, we don't show up here or then at the last minute, we're calling people, hey, can you make it? Can you not make it? That's the only thing I ask. Other than that, look, it is what it is. If we don't have corn, we don't have corn. I do say it, we're not, this is not the Pentagon. Okay, we don't have the fund to send the missiles. So if it's an urgent matter or a really important one, then I will let me know. And if we have an emergency meeting for any kind, we'll call it out a different meeting. But for the most part, I've been here long enough and I've never had a need for calling an emergency meeting. Okay? So, and the town is very good at if it's a pressing matter, correct me if I'm wrong, they'll move it along.
Yeah, so like anything money
So-
related or anything that's not manager can always make the request for you guys. And same goes for any message, I guess, that needs to be. Obviously, you guys can always reach out to your elected officials individually, but if you ever wanted to go through staff, you don't have to wait till the council meeting that you're reporting at. You can always give us information for us to pass along.
Good. All right, does anyone have any other announcements?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, you go.
So, through the Citizens Crime Watch, we were able to bring the class is called RAD, and it's a rape defense class for women, only for women. 14 years of age and older. If they're minors, they have to come with their parent. It's free of charge, 3-day course, self-defense rape, but it's a self-defense course. 3 days, 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. It's gonna be at Royal Oaks Park, September 3rd, 4th, and 5th. You guys should be receiving, if you haven't received already, an email from Jonathan or maybe I'll send you.
I don't know about that, but I can send it if you.
Okay, I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Okay.
With all the information, you just have to apply online and set it up. We haven't had it here in the north end. They've all been down south, Flagler South. And everybody says they're great. Many women have gone several times to the class because it's free self-defense class. And,
Good question. Is it, you have to attend all three classes, or is it that
Yes.
there's just a class for each day?
yes,
Okay.
it's one course of three.
Okay,
of
I
three
didn't
days.
know if it was like it was just given 3 times in a row. Okay,
Yeah, it's one, it's, and of course, they tell everybody to please come to all three,
sure.
to get all the benefits.
No, I think it's a great idea to do it. I just hadn't even heard anything about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the,
It's- A week and a half away,
the,
2 weeks away.
the town should have put something out, a couple weeks ago, with social media, I don't know how.
Okay.
However they set it up, because that was, it's been out for a couple weeks. But again, the emails, you guys should get the emails, and then if you know, if you know anybody or, you know, forward that along. I'm sure there's still space in the class.
You know what I just thought? Really quick, what do you guys think if since we're doing human trafficking, have, you know, a few officers give some kind of, not training, perhaps some examples of just us as parents, just basically telling my kids, hey, if somebody's about to, you know, grab you, like scream,
as well.
stranger, run, you know, maybe there's other tactics, other ways of doing things, maybe that can be also that day, it could be exposed, that way, you know, I can tell my kid, hey, don't just do that, because guess what can happen, right? If you do that, they can do this, this, and this, but if you do this other thing, then, you know, the person, you know, doing the extraction would not be able to overcome something like this.
I went to
What do you
an
think?
8-hour
Right.
course, last month, that was amazing, brought from our department.
Okay,
And that section has people that do like smaller, you know, workshops and stuff.
okay,
And you know, they specialize in that, so they're perfect, right? And it's through the department.
so let Al know about those people, maybe we can get them, yeah, we get them on board. Hey, sound big,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Not wrong.
wait,
I remember years ago, I don't know if that program is still active and it ties into the rape, defense course. They used to have like crime watch workshops. And I remember this lady that ran that program. She came one time and it was very good. It tells you, you know,
I remember,
you remember that?
Yes.
It was very good.
Do we still have, active crime watches in
I
town?
don't think so.
there's signs that are yellow,
Yes, I see them.
discolorated, there's one in my neighborhood, but
Put in your car, or you keep the distance, and you take the purse, let it go, your life is more important than the purse, things like that.
depends who you ask.
Depends on the
Awesome,
person.
yeah.
Okay.
You're trying to pull my purse, girl. Trying to pull it. You gotta do it.
No, just an announcement, I just wanna say is that if you guys hadn't seen over in Lock Isle, right on the corner of 154th Street and Fairway Miami Lakes Drive, where they put up the town when they put up bollards all around the circle. I had, you know, I mentioned it in one of the meetings
Yes.
about 2 years ago. And the Miami Laker just did an article on it, which was really nice. Is the town finally did their study and they put up bollards on that corner.
Oh my God, yes. I
Those
know
green-
exactly
For the wall?
what you're talking about.
Yes. It's for the wall, but it's safe for the.
No, I understand, right,
Um,
no, but that, it
So
helps.
finally, you know, they did that. I think it was 18 posts that they put down.
Wow, that's a lot.
And it took them, yeah.
When did they do that?
They did that in June. Yes, they're bollard posts that they put down, they go deep so that way they can stop the vehicles from going through.
Yeah, that's good,
Yeah.
the curve, right?
Yes.
Yeah, there's.
I think there's about. Yeah, there's a bunch of them that they put them around the corner, well, it's a big corner.
I presume they have
I'm gonna tell you-
reflective paint,
We're
right?
talking
No,
about
they're green.
next to.
The curve.
Tula's,
No,
yeah.
but they distinguish behind, because the wall is cream colored, so they stand out, when you're going around, like I'm telling you, I've seen, I
But
don't know
they
if you
didn't
guys
put,
have
they
had
didn't put any
any
reflective,
incidents ever since that they.
No, after that, no.
But
they
that's
didn't put any reflective stickers?
Or by my.
Yeah, when you pass the tennis
tennis
court
tennis
on the
court.
right hand side, right, when you're coming around the curb. And,
They didn't put any reflective strips?
No.
No.
well, people are seeing it, trust me.
Just go out
I mean, you
there.
can see it, it's,
I'm gonna-
they're
Yeah.
just there when you're coming around the curve.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I could, what's very.
Well, the same thing,
interesting is-
sorry, Javi, the same thing with the wall, it's there,
Yeah.
but they don't see it.
Well, there was a lot of them that were grazing it. There was a lot of cars that were grazing it because I can tell you this year, I saw a lot more marks and you could tell there were like the little circles where the wheel was
Yeah,
rubbing along the side of it and you would see it there.
is it closer to the street or to the sidewalk?
It's on the grass side, but it's on the edge of the outside edge of
Okay,
the.
so about 2 or 3 feet off the,
No, right along the edge of the sidewalk.
also, it's pretty close.
Yeah.
They.
On the swell,
Yeah.
good,
They
That's
have-
awesome.
we
So-
have a certain video of, the rep that came and we talked about dollars. And it's amazing, those things really stuff.
Yeah, no,
They-
no,
they have
they,
this
I saw when they did it,
strong
deep, so. Well, I don't, it's not gonna stop us dump truck, but.
No, believe me, some.
There's another,
That'd be-
Some of them are.
another
very-
corner of my lakes that like constantly gets crashed into, like by Bowman. Like, I don't know if
Oh,
you
yeah.
guys, you know, on 87.
Yeah.
Yeah, 87th, like right before you get to, that new neighborhood. Satori, like,
is it at the end,
Oh.
making the left?
yeah, when you're making the
The
left,
southwest corner.
yeah, constantly. We
Wow.
get them there.
You gotta do what I did and you just
What did you
continue
do?
going to all the councilmen, you gotta go to the meetings and you gotta talk about it during public comments. Then they'll direct staff start looking into it.
Mhm.
You gotta talk to at least one of the council members to be able to take on the initiative to make that motion to direct staff to look at it. They'll do traffic studies, they'll pull police reports, seeing what they can get. Having photographs and reports like ours, when I did the presentation to the council, I had, the major accidents that were pretty bad and I had photographs, or a couple of them that I came on scene. I had the one where I literally saw the rebar that grazed the girl's arm that was inches from her. It went through the windshield of the vehicle and had grazed her arm. And she was just like, oh my God, the car. I was like, you understand, you almost died. This rebar would have gone right through your chest had it been a couple more inches. And we had the one, there was the fatality that happened in 2015 at that corner, so we provided, the link to the news reports that still had that information. In those aspects, and also with all the other minor accidents that were the reported accidents, and then obviously just showing, hey, look, just continue, you can see the crashes into the wall that, they don't even get reported. It's people that just are either not paying attention, a lot of them are racing, and just people just lose control and they just go over that side and, go through it. But, thankfully they have that there, and I think that's how you go about it. You have to get those facts, you have to be able to present it so that way they can initiate it.
Thank you for taking that on, Yeah. because I remember us talking about it years ago. Mhm.
Thanks for going on for a while.
Awesome.
Awesome.
We find that, and I appreciate it, and I wanted to give kudos over to your department is, I do see you guys are actively, I've seen more of the speed enforcement over there on 154, because they'll park right in front of, right in the meeting there, and you'll see them, and I've seen them pull folks over, so I really appreciate that.
Wasn't that about the cops you were complaining the other day?
Yeah.
All the time, nothing's hiding. Like sometimes the cars have you in the lights flashing. And so like you get pulled over, you're like, oh, please give me a break. Like the car was in the.
Right. You're doing it on purpose, you're not trying to write.
Brake is
You're doing it on
there,
purpose.
that was your break, slow down and it's still, but it's happening a lot at the school. I'm at the school, the car's there and. It's like, man, you're gonna run over one of
Which school you at?
Slow down. I'm about driving every day.
In the morning on set?
Both. In the morning and the
People are
afternoon.
just,
No, today I was actually, left my office, I think Fairway Drive, turn and then the way home. And I said, this guy, shoot, he just ran the.
Oh, how did he go?
I
That was fast. That was fast. I was fast when he said. Oh, man, that was fast. That was not as fast as the guys going by his corner.
See, now you slow down, just.
yeah.
That's
But from what
All
I
right.
understand also is that there's considerations, you guys are putting up speed cameras,
Yeah.
there's some discussion.
Yeah, they
about
talked
that.
about it too, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, the LPRs are active.
Yeah.
Those
Those are awesome.
are helping us out, so. Yeah, all
Do you have
that.
any updates on that, just briefly? What are you guys
It's at
getting on the
every
LPR?
single month,
What's this?
there's been arrests related to the camera. And then we've had, like the other day, we had the people go into Satori. And when they were caught, they were homicide subjects
Wow.
from Broward. And they were connected to that house where they were caught, and the LPR, as soon as they came into the town, picked up the car as it having been involved in a robbery, in an armed robbery. But then the guys that were caught were
subjects from a homicide, so it was a disaster.
Sounds like a rice with mango. All right, Felicia, what is your announcement?
It's Satori. They don't need a Satori, but they need somebody that lives.
To the wrong time.
Yes, Felicia, announcement?
Yes, not announcement, I had a question, I know we used to be heavily involved on this.
We're not anymore.
Yeah, we used to involve in it because we couldn't get consensus to have all the committee, because we had all the committees involved in this.
I don't want to answer, you're probably gonna have to go to staff for that. Remember, one day we were talking about it, and then the next moment, everything was already on.
Oh, but the culinary?
Yes.
Well, that's because last year we still had the committees involved as of last year. And we had a lot of members that were confirming restaurants and like they never moved along and we cannot publish tickets unless restaurants are confirmed. So as of last
What
year,
happens in Mexico?
so last year we had meetings and everything and people took on tasks that weren't completed and unfortunately, when it's a big ticket, we need to make sure those things are done.
So the committees were dropping balls.
That's the way to do it. I don't into that situation where.
I would just say more that the staff was just more efficient.
That, you know, they don't-
Sounds more efficient.
Make it positive.
They can have take over. because the
All right,
members-
make sure, get your tickets. Don't forget about the culinary bike ride. And any other announcements? No? All right, so I motion to adjourn the meeting, 9:46 PM. Is there a second?
Second.